And STEM Clouds partnered with Twin in the Middle East region to promote the concept of hands-on learning. And we've been working closely with the schools here for conducting the STEM workshops, after-school activities, and virtual live interactive sessions on various courses. You can check out our website, stemclouds.com, for details. Mr. Sihan, thank you for accepting to be a host today, and over to you.
Thank you, Kenan, for this arrangement. It's a very exciting gathering, and I am very happy that I will be fortunate enough to share Twin Science and our story, our partnership together. And it is very nice to discuss the STEM in education, and we will be trying to do this by connecting 21st century skills and some sustainable development goals. And I will try to inform the attendees today about how we can integrate STEM education into the classroom and how we can use digital tools to actually make easier for children to understand how things work around us. So if you want, I can directly start by introducing firstly what is Twin, and then after that I will try to introduce the 21st century skills and STEM education, and then we will have a small session with two students. They will be using one of the Twin Science kits, and I will try to demonstrate how Twin helps in STEM education. And at the end of this session, we will have 10 minutes of question and answers. So if anyone has any question in mind, that would be great to have them. So anyone who is watching from Zoom can write their questions from the chat part, and I will try to answer during the session. So maybe before going into detail about STEM education, I just want to show you a short video of a Twin workshop in a school, so that maybe it can be a nice entrance to our discussion today.
Session, and it was really fun how we got to work as a team to make such an amazing self-driving car.
The principal, nice school, very excited to see behind me what's going on. I mean, these children, all buzzing, all really excited by what they're doing, and I think this is the future.
Coming to the Twin workshop, the children are really engaged, they're really enjoying it, and they're learning new STEM activities.
So this was a session that we carried out in London with 20 children, and right now all around the world Twin Science kits are being used by more than 400,000 children. And the outcome of these workshops are very visible, and we are gathering feedbacks from all teachers and the students who start working with Twin, using Twin, actually increase their skills increases. which skills I will be mentioning inside of this presentation in 10 minutes. But we are partnering up with different institutions and organizations. STEM Clubs is one of them. And as STEM Clubs, we are partnering up with different schools for these kind of workshops. Schools are using Twin Science kits for their inside their curriculum, inside their science or coding curriculum. While they are covering these topics, they are using Twin as an enabler product. And we are partnering up with different companies such as Rolls-Royce, Microsoft, Boeing, or Google, and we have different kind of partnership strategies with each of them. For example, with Ford, we have developed an autonomous vehicle kit. With Boeing, we have developed an aviation kit. These conceptual kits help students to understand the concepts and also the technologies better. And all the content and products are being developed with academic partnerships, such as we are partnering up with Imperial College of London and London Business School for AI curriculums. We are working on a new kit to introduce AI to children, and we are working with Imperial College London on this. And also in retail, we are available in many stores. For example, in Dubai, we are partnering with STEM Clubs to introduce Twin Science Kit to that market. But what is Twin? Our vision? Our vision is to empower children with science and encourage them to solve the world's problems. So by saying world's problems, it is a closed sentence, but we will be like getting into details of this. What is world problem? What is a real problem means? And our vision is to become the biggest K-12 EdTech platform in 2025. In order to do that, the physical tools are not necessary, as most of the participants today have already experienced, most probably. The world is changing, and it's changing towards the digital side. So how we can understand this? The Oxford Society for Technology in Education actually announced a market report, and it says 40% of existing jobs will be lost to automation until 2040. So this is a fact, and we are seeing the effects of it. Actually, during the COVID process, this became more visible. Most of the people started working from home, and most of the services actually started being presented to people by digital tools. So, and while some of the companies are firing employees, some of the companies are hiring employees, and we see that STEAM-based employment is growing by 13% each day, and 50% of the families understand the role of EdTech and spend for STEAM materials. So this is another fact. Families know that they need to give a higher education to their children, a STEAM-based education for their children, but they don't know how to do that. They don't know what is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, but they know that this is something important. And 43% of children are using mobile devices today for educational gains. So this is another fact. So while actually we are seeing this kind of picture, the traditional education tools are not integrated into the modern EdTech solutions are not integrated into traditional education curriculum. So in order to do that, the most important thing is teachers should be ready for this. Why? Because teachers' main role every time teachers' main role is to guide children in their education path. So like from 10 years 10 years later, children will be working on different sectors, new sectors that we don't know even yet. So that they need to be confident about their skills and competencies. And competency is not enough, we know that, because the most competent people in 1950s, for example, it's another fact that like during 1950s, 1940s, the world had a big war, and the most talented, most competent scientists and the engineers of the time, they were working for war industry. They were developing guns, they were developing machines for war industry, and what we had witnessed, not me personally, but my parents witnessed that time of the world. And children should not only be competent, but also have the conscience to develop right tools for human and work needs. So our main vision is to give this competency and conscience together, the universal humanitarian values, to generate a better future. And as I said earlier, why we are not ready? Because we are not sure how to use STEM in traditional education. So before demonstrating sample workshop, I want to talk a little bit more on what is science, technology, art, and math, and what are these concepts actually. So these are all different things, and they are connected to each other, but each one of them has something different in meaning. So if you want to get into detail, because we need to understand what is STEAM integrated to our curriculums. So one of the attendees has background noise. I don't know who, but I will mute everyone. Okay, so yeah, perfect. So yeah, I will get back to the STEAM. Yeah, so we need to understand these concepts better in order to integrate it to our curriculums. So from our perception, science is driven by curiosity. So children born curious actually. And when I was a kid, I was covered with people who support my curiosity and who canalized, who direct my curiosity to somehow, I can say, to right ways, right paths. So I can be curious about anything. I can be curious about guns, and guns have some technologies inside, but using the same technology, we can produce better products to solve people's and world's problems. And so science is a journey where questions lead to questions, not always answers, because if you have a question in mind and if you find an answer to it, it is also coming with another question. So it will direct your way to different paths. So science is the bottom of everything. And by using science and in the scope of the needs, we are producing new tools. And this is technology, actually. Technology is tools that is produced with the knowledge comes from science, and these answers coming from science leads to tools. Engineering is about efficiency, so it is driven by efficiency, and these solutions lead to impacts. The solutions of 200 years ago, for example, was internal combustion engines. The Industrial Revolution started with steam engines, and those steam engines lead to internal combustion engines, and those internal combustion engines created a huge problem called climate change today. And we are trying to solve the climate change today. So while we are using our engineering skill, we should be aware of the impact of the tools, of the processes that will create. And art, as you know, integrated into STEM. Why? Because art is being used to gather interest of people. While using technology, science, and engineering, if you are presenting your products, your solutions to communities, communities actually starts to give attention to what you do, because you are telling everything that you do in a such way, in a unique way, that people's interests are increasing. So art is a way of understanding, and math is the communication, is the language that actually used among engineers, among artists, among scientists. So we should know and understand that math is just another language, and the language of the maybe 21st century, because it is involved in coding, algorithms, and everywhere. So, okay, if we understand the science, technology, engineering, art, and math, how we can integrate this to curriculums of today? Before doing this, I want to give you one example from myself. So I'm a very curious guy, and while I was a child, one of my uncles brought a camera, and the cameras were new. It was like this big, and I was asking questions to him. I was trying to like hold the camera with my hands. I was trying to understand how it captures the video. So, and my uncle actually started giving answers, and after some point, he couldn't give any answers. But I was eager to learn more about how that machine works. So it was not a problem for me that my uncle was not able to give answers to those questions, but he was saying that you can find the answers by searching from here, by reading a book from here. So he was actually directing me to a path. So that's why STEAM is important, because after these kind of introductions, I became a mechanical engineer, and right now I am using my mechanical engineering skills to produce, to develop a product like Twin. So, and another thing that can actually gathers children's interest are problems. So if you introduce a problem to a children, they use the necessary tools to solve them. So problem actually is a very important thing. Because when you are 10 years old and if you have a friend who's blind, so your friend's problem becomes your problem, and you start solving, you start working on the solutions, possible solutions, in order to help your friend. There's a scientist and pioneer, all of us know, Graham Bell. Graham Bell is the inventor of the phone, and he also invented lots of different technologies 100 years ago. And when we look why Graham Bell was working on the phone technology, actually, the question is very interesting. Graham Bell's mother and wife was deaf, so they were not able to hear. So Graham Bell was working on solutions to actually solve their hearing problems. While working on this, he was trying to amplify. The sound, and he understood that it was possible to amplify the sound but it was also possible to transmit to sound from one place to another. And that actually was the beginning of the invention of the telephone. And the motivation was to solve a problem of a person who cannot hear. So that's problem definition is what we call real problem. Climate change is real problem. The needs of disabled people are real life problems. But sometimes we have some desires, right? And desires also get into the picture and lead our we start spending time on those desires. So what United Nations became with a 17 goals and collected these 17 different goals and said sustainable development goals. So the problems that are presented in here are real life problems. Climate action. No one can say that climate action is not a problem. Affordable and clean energy, no poverty, zero hunger, gender equality. So all of these problems are real life problems, and we need to solve this by gaining the right skills. So what are the right skills? Right skills are covered in the World Economic Forum in 2015 and named as 21st century skills. And it can be grouped into three foundational literacies. So it is like reading and writing was a fundamental literacy, was a fundamental skill for us 30 years ago. Today, you need to add ICT, scientific thinking, financial literacy, and cultural and civic literacy to this in order to solve tomorrow's problems. And right competencies like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, communication, and collaboration should be integrated into also the curriculum in order to increase the skills and capabilities of children. And these competencies are not enough, and the character qualities like curiosity, initiative, adaptability, leadership, social and cultural awareness are very important to determine what is worth to study on. And we want children to work on these problems, and we want to cultivate them with these skills to let them solve these problems again. And we are trying to do this with STEAM. So the pathway, the right pathway is you give a problem to children, and we are choosing these problems from Sustainable Development Goals, okay? And then we are introducing right tools to children by hands-on experience. They can build their motor, they can build their robots, they can build their, they can code their robots, and they can make it work, and they can understand how electronic devices, how machines, how computers work. And once they understand it, they can create solutions. And it is not enough. They should have a safe environment. 20 years ago, I was playing with my friends in my school, but right now, children are playing and interacting with each other through internet. And the internet is not completely safe. Children should be spending more time with beneficial content. Okay, they need to expose to beneficial contents. So we are doing this with our mobile application called Twink. We are giving them hands-on experiences with our physical products called Twin Science Kits. And we need to witness their journey and appreciate their development, so that they need to be more motivated to work on the right tools and right skills. So I just want to give you a small introduction to Twin. So we have different electronic modules in Twin physical kits. These electronic modules can be connected to each other with the help of magnets placed inside of these plastic connectors. And these plastic connectors are compatible with Lego building blocks so that they can join all of the electronic modules, sensors, outputs, and logic and transmission modules, electronic modules with these Lego building blocks. And all the different duties are represented with different colors. So power modules are presented with gray. Input modules such as proximity sensors, such as light sensors, sound sensors are presented in yellow. And red modules here are used for logic and transmission, and the blue ones are for output. So what it helps this color presentation, children can understand the basic fundamentals of algorithm in a very easy way. And so it is very easy for children to interact with Twin modules because of these capabilities. So, and we have user guides, we have curriculums, and we have project manuals help children to understand more. For example, our main idea in here, we are not only giving a proximity sensor to children, we are also trying to actually tell children that how these proximity sensors work. So, for example, our proximity sensor has an infrared sensor in here. You can see. So same thing is visible in automatic faucets, in automatic doors, or TV remote control. This is an infrared receiver and infrared transmitter. So we also give examples from real life so that children can get more familiar with it. And also, if they are more curious, we can give additional information about infrared lights. So this is just an introduction about the module, and you can see it has science, it has technological solutions inside of this one page. So teacher's role in here is to give this knowledge to children in a understandable way. Or, for example, we can say that there's a problem. There was a problem 250 years ago. People were communicating with each other with mails, okay, with printed mails. And it was not fast because they were like carrying these letters from one place to another, and it was hard for them to do this communication. So one of the people, actually, I don't remember the name, but I will check it out. So then the telegraph machine was invented. The inventor of the telegraph machine was Morse, Samuel Morse, yeah, and also he invented the Morse code afterwards. So the inventor of the, sorry, Kenan, is someone trying to join, but he cannot?
No, you can continue. She has joined already. Okay, I thought she was waiting for you.
Yeah, perfect. So inventor of the Morse code, what was the problem for him? Why did he invent the Morse code, invented the telegraph? Because he was working away from home. He was working in a different city. And then he got a letter from a friend saying that his wife is sick, and he actually directly tried to reach to his wife before she dies, but he couldn't make it because this communication period was long. And then he worked on telegraph technology, and he invented the telegraph. So these kind of inventions solve real life problems, but we are introducing this story to children, and we are saying, let's build your own telegraph machine, your Morse code project. And there's a step-by-step introduction for Morse code project, right? The modules that children need to use, the extra craft materials that children need to use, and step-by-step introduction to children on how to do this. And there is other challenge. So we have a secret message for you. Go to that picture on the cover of the kit and find that secret message and try to solve it. How? By using the Morse code alphabet. And this is the story of the Samuel Morse and how he invented the project. So the science history, the technology, the engineering, the arts, because you are joining different craft materials, and children are using these craft materials with their hands-on experience and develop the project. And at the end, Morse code is actually the basic of coding right now. The idea of Morse code is being used for different products in computers as zeros and ones today. So you are also introducing the math, the algorithm to children. So this was just the project where we integrate these different concepts together in one project inside of like 30 minutes activity. So this can be used in the curriculum. If you are actually covering the electricity, this project can be completed in the electricity class. If you are covering the concept, the topic sound, this project can be also introduced to children in the class sound. So if you are in a coding class and you want to introduce zeros and ones to kids, you can use Morse code project to introduce the basic concept. So we have 6 different kits: robotic art kit, curiosity kit, coding kit, aviation kit, autonomous car kit, and education pack, which has all the modules inside. And each one of them has special curriculums, can be covered in the schools. And also these conceptual kits has user guides inside of them. This project is directly from user guide of the curiosity kit, for example. And there are like 5 to 10 sample experiments in each of these. And also we have a mobile application. I strongly suggest to like read this QR code and download the Twink mobile application. You can read this QR code from mobile phone and download Twink mobile application. This Twink mobile application is a platform that children came together and share their learnings, share their experiments, and we have different projects for them. They can complete these projects with Twin Science kits. Also, if they don't have Twin Science kit, they can build these projects with materials they have inside their home. During the COVID process, we announced this product, and it is already downloaded by more than 50,000 children, and the number is increasing tremendously. And this platform is full of different applications and experiments. I want to show you this. So they have different projects, challenges inside of the application, as you can see in here, and they can watch how to do it with the videos. They can find the materials, and they can answer some questions to understand the science behind that specific experiment. So right now we have too much assets. So we have different physical kits, as I mentioned. We have 2 digital apps Twinner is for coding, block coding, and Twink is a learning platform full of with quiz, video contents, and gamification. And also inside of Twink, children can have customized talent interaction features. And we have different curriculums, and also the content is more than like 300 hours. So after introducing this, we have two twinners, let's say Omash and Ethan with us, and we will try to demonstrate a project with you. Omash, Ethan, are you with me? And after this, okay, so perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So today we will work on experiment about our robotic art kit, right? So Omash and Ethan are from UAE. Can you introduce yourselves?
Yeah. My name is Ethan John Anish. I study in Ambassador School, Sharjah. Omanch is my friend. I like science and math. I study in grade 4B.
Perfect. And Omash, can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Omanch. You guys of course know me. I every time come over here. Everyone knows me. Yeah, so I'm from Sharjah Ambassador School. I obviously know Ethan because he studies in my class. We study in grade 4B. My favorite subjects are maths and science.
Yes, thank you guys for attending to today's session. And so you have the robotic art kit with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to watch this video right now, and I want to discuss some scientific things about this video. So, what do you see in the video right now, in the picture?
A glass.
A glass. So, what happens to glass?
It's reflecting
the
light.
sunlight on the glass, and then it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is the color of the light entering to this glass?
Rainbow.
It's yeah.
Huh?
Yellow.
Kind of rainbow.
Yeah. Okay. So the entering color is like
White.
White, right? It is maybe clear, not to say white, because the light has no color, right?
Light yellow.
Yeah, it is like yellowish color, like clear color. It doesn't have any color actually. It is not visible to our eyes, right? Can you see the light coming from the sun? Is it visible?
Nope.
No, it is not.
No.
After heating to prism, what happens?
It reflects the light.
It
to
reflects
other colors.
Yeah, how many lights it reflects? How many different colors?
7.
7. Yeah, we can see this in a rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So inside of robotic art kit, which modules do you have? Which modules do you have inside of robotic art kit right now?
Newton disk. Newton
Okay.
disk.
Those are the materials.
Yeah, those are materials, guys. So what are the electronic modules you have? Can you show me?
Yep.
So what is that, Ethan?
This is the slide dimmer. This is power, and the fan is in the box.
Okay, and the fan. Okay, perfect. So what power does? What do you use power for?
It's used for many reasons. Like
Okay.
for electronics.
Many reasons for electronics. So what do you use it? So in your hand, what happens? So what is the energy is coming from to that power module you have? Huh? What is the energy
I did not
Tell me.
understand the question.
Okay, so you have power in your hands, power module. Show me.
Mhm.
Okay, so where is the energy?
The battery.
Okay, the battery. You have a battery in your hand,
We
right?
have the same batteries.
Okay, you have the same batteries, perfect. And battery comes from, the energy comes from battery, and then you use that energy to make experiments. So I showed you a video. Do you think, is it possible to join these different colors and form a white color? We,
Yes.
we can
Yes.
do this in
Yes.
breakthroughs. How?
It worked in the Newton disk.
In the Newton disk. So can you
Yes.
show me, can you make that experiment? Okay. How Newton disk looks like?
Like this.
Oh, perfect. So you have the Newton disk in your hand. Okay. So what do you do to make this experiment? What do you do?
So we connect all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Connect the power, slide dimmer, and the fan together.
Okay.
Then we put what do you call this? A sponge cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that we put this kind of plate
Okay.
and we stick it with double tape.
Perfect. And
Then we put some.
I will wait for you to complete it, and I will show the video of those steps to the viewers. Okay. I will give you 1 minute to complete that experiment. Okay.
Yeah. So then we put sticky putty onto the plate,
Okay.
and then we put the Newton disk on.
Okay. So just work on the experiment then, and when you see that all the 7 colors mix and you have white color, let me know. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So as Ethan suggested, we have double tape and we stick the fan module on top of it. We have a foam and it is sticked on top of the fan. And then in the next step, we have a platform. We put that platform on top of the foam. So if the fan moves, this platform will rotate. If the fan rotates, this platform will rotate. We have this sticky putty and we stick it on the platform and then we stick the Newton disk on top of it. And as you can see, the Newton disk has 7 different colors on top of it. And when the last step, we connect this light dimmer to fan module and the power. And once we open it, Newton disk starts spinning and the colors becomes invisible. Guys, have you completed the experiment?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So how do you think, oh, Ethan, perfect, you show us. So when it stop. So how this happen actually? Do you have any idea how we combine different colors and how do we see different colors like white? Do you have any idea, Ethan?
No idea.
No idea. Omar? Yeah, Ethan.
So in the Newton disk, when we spin it, for me there is like the invisible color is there, but in the middle, the all of the 7 colors are there.
All of the 7 colors in the middle. Yeah. So why do we call this Newton disk? Do you know? Omash, why is it called Newton disk?
Did Isaac Newton invented?
Newton invented what? Do you know?
Invented gravity. He didn't invent.
Okay, he found gravity, but he found something else. So I will show you a picture again. So what is in this picture?
A prism.
A prism, okay. So what is this?
And sunlight coming.
Okay, and then?
And it reflects
And then it
into
forms a
other
rainbow.
colors.
Okay, who do you think? Who is this? Who is this guy?
No idea.
It's Newton.
It is Newton. And Newton was actually in his summer house when he was doing his studies. So why do you think he was in summer house? Was he in holiday?
Yeah. He was in summer house to create the Newton disk.
Okay, so he didn't go to his summer house because he wanted to create Newton disk. He was questioning different things. Okay, he had some theories and he wanted to make some experiments about this. But why he was not in the school? Why he was not in the school? Why he was in
Wait.
the...
I remember it because of some allergy. He was not in the school.
So
Because in one of the STEM quest shows, I learned that and I forgot.
yeah, in one of our sessions we have talked about this actually. You remember, right, Omar? So why couldn't you go to school in the second semester? Why couldn't you go to school?
Oh no, there was plague. There was plague.
Yeah, in UK, during when he was a student in university, there was plague, and he worked from home for 1.5 years, and he found this Newton disk. Actually, he found the effect of prism. The invisible light can be visible after entering to prism and exiting from prism, right? So what you can do with these different colors, guys. So in robotic art kit, we have different experiments. One of the experiment is called spin art, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
do you want to complete the spin art experiment?
Yep.
Okay, let's work together on that. Ethan, Omash, okay, let's prepare the experiment. What you do, you please tell us what you are doing, Ethan.
Okay.
We put the fan inside the box so all the colors don't spread outside.
Yep.
Okay, so the safety first. Okay, Ethan?
Yeah, so all of the steps, putting the fan and the sticky putty are done. But after that, you got to remove the Newton disk and put a paper, which is a circle.
Okay.
Then we on the fan and then put some paint.
Okay. So you have some paints, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. And let's try the experiment. And I see Omash is preparing his setup as well. So you open the fan and it starts to spin. What are you doing right now, Ethan?
I'm putting the paint on.
Okay, you are dropping the paint on top of the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just putting the double-sided tape on because
Okay.
So when the fan is on, it looks like we made a cool design. But when the fan is off, you understand it's not a cool design.
It is good design. So remove the paper and show us, Ethan. So it's pretty nice, and the shapes are very different. So like some of them are long, some of them are spreading more, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think it is like that? Why do you think shapes are different?
Maybe because when the fan is spinning, the air is pushing it.
Okay, so for example, think of yourself standing on a platform, and that platform is rotating, okay? You are standing on the platform, that platform is rotating. If you are close to the center,
Okay.
And think of yourself, you are standing on the center, and Omash is standing on the edge. And the platform starts spinning. Which one of you drops first?
Of course. I think so, Manch will.
Omash will. Why do you think?
Because I'm in the edge.
You are in the edge.
Yeah.
What is different at the edge and center? What is different?
The edge is like 1 centimeter away to fall down.
Okay, it is outer. Yeah, it is at the outer side.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if we are in the middle, like it will be some meters to reach there.
Okay, nice. So, okay, this is a nice thought. Since he is close to the edge, it is more likely homage to fall because it is at the edge.
Yeah.
But something is more different in the edge. So maybe we can try. Ethan, you can put. You can remove the that paper. Find 2 different materials, like maybe same weight. It can be rubber, it can be a coin, it can be like a money coin. You put one thing at the edge and put one thing at the center.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you have the paints, right? Use the color of the paints. Those ones. Okay. So put one at the edge, put one at the center. Okay, and start the fan. No, don't use the sticky putty. Okay, perfect. Don't use. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm on it.
Yeah, slowly. Which one dropped first?
The middle one.
No, not the middle one. Try it again. I saw it. Look closely.
Maybe I did not see it because I was on the fan.
Yeah. Just put it at the center. Okay.
The edge one.
Yeah. So the edge one. Why? Because it had more speed. You know. Because at the center, actually, the center point doesn't change its location, right? Put your finger on top of the platform. Only finger at the center, okay? At the center, and let it turn. Do not push too much, okay? So what is the temperature right now? And put your finger at the edge. At the edge. Put your
over here. It's like very okay. It's almost like I don't feel anything.
Yeah, it is almost like because the speed.
But when it's at the edge.
So this is called angular momentum. You have higher speed at the edge. Omash, is the platform ready?
But at the edge, it's like my hand only starts moving. I don't know.
Yeah, because the speed is more, right? It is like you are in a car, and when the car is turning towards left, your body goes to right, like this. It's a centrifugal force. Okay, so I want you to try this effect of angular momentum with paints. Put another paper on top of this atom. Yeah, what do you have to ask?
We were talking about the Newton disk, no?
Yeah.
And why the white was coming. But in this disk, the color is like hexagon shape, and in between them there is white. Then comes the other shape.
Yes. So,
maybe because of that it's turning white.
Yeah, so it becomes easier. So for that paper to turn to white. So I just want you to put another paper on top of the platform, clean one. Omash, is your platform ready?
I'm just putting the square tape down on the fan so it doesn't like.
Okay. So if it is ready, now we will have another experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Omash and Ethan, take blue paint, and drop the paint like from 10 centimeters above to the edge.
Like over
Hi,
here.
Sihan Kannan here. Sorry to
From
interrupt.
higher, from a little bit higher.
Sihan Kannan here. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Kenan, we are finishing the last experiment. Yeah. Yeah,
So
to the
I did
edge.
not hear what you told.
Yeah,
I
to
did
the
not
edge,
hear.
yeah. To the edge, Ethan, but from 10 centimeters high. High. A little bit high. Yeah, perfect. To the edge. Blue paint on the edge. Okay, drop. Perfect. And pink one to the center. No. Not now. Pink paint to the center.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then turn the fan now.
Huh?
Turn,
Okay.
yeah, open the fan. Yeah. Okay. And yes, enough, and show it to us. So what is different? Show it to
Both
us.
look the same.
Those are same. Okay. Now
But
let's
there's
make
only
the-
one thing. When it's going down, it's getting like it's closing. It's closing.
Yeah, perfect. So
And one more thing.
Show it to us, Ethan. Show to the camera. Yeah. So the blue is more like wider. The pink is like thinner, right? Okay. So stick it to the platform again and turn it and drop blue and pink paint again while it is turning.
Okay.
Okay, again, blue to the edge, pink to the center.
Okay.
But while turning, yeah, perfect.
Yep.
And pink one to the center. Okay, so now close it.
I think so. I put too much pink.
No worries. So,
The pink doesn't go to the edge.
yeah, but the blue one is spreading more, right? Because
Yes, the blue is go.
angular speed and the centrifugal force is higher. Okay, guys, thank you for this, but I have one question for you. How do you think the fan works? The energy from battery comes to the fan, and how fan works? How it starts turning with electricity? Do you have any idea?
Maybe is it because that there's a magnet which is connecting?
Yeah, can I see you, Ethan? Can I see you? Just angle the camera. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Finished.
Omash, perfect. You do the experiment, Omash. So, Ethan, Omash, let's watch a video and see how fan actually starts turning. So, if you have like copper wire, if you have a cylinder like pan, battery, you can make your own simple electric motor and magnet and sticky putty and some needles. So just whip the wire around the cylinder. So this is called bobbin, and this actually fan module has bobbin inside of it. Okay, and also the fan module has magnet inside of it, and the energy from battery is transmitted to fan module from the power module into it. Okay, so if you place this and if you close the magnet to this, you will see this bobbin will turn. You see, this is an electric motor. You can do this in your home by using magnet, copper wire, and battery. Okay, so you see this side of the bobbin, it is turning, it is spinning. It is like fan you have in your hand right now. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it strange?
Yep, it is.
So, and how was the last 3 months in your home, Ethan? Was it fun to stay home?
Uh, mm, I don't think so.
You don't think so? But was it like productive for you? I mean, did you learn new things?
Yeah.
Yeah. How? How come?
Uh, Mostly I do this, play with my sisters.
Okay. So, do you have any correlation? I mean, do you make any correlation between you now, Omash, between you and Newton? While he was working on this experiment, you are working in spin art and Newton disk experiment in your home. Do you have any correlation?
Mm.
There
No. No.
was plague in London, in UK, when he was in university. And right now, you are in school. No, you are not in school, but you are in home. Why? Because there is corona right now, right? We need to stay safe, stay home for a little bit more. But you are studying with hope and you are learning new things as Newton did. So it's pretty nice for you to learn new things and do these experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Omash, Ethan, thank you for joining the session and demonstrating with us. And you can now, Omash, please show us what you have right now. Okay, just stop the fan and let's see your piece of art. Wow, it's pretty colorful right there. And I will show you someone. I will show you someone who make money out of this. Do you know there is an artist called Damien Hirst, and he makes these huge spin arts. How does it look?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful, right?
Uh-huh.
So you see, he works on different piece and he sells this. He makes money with this art piece. So you can work on this experiment and you can make money. You see Damien Hirst. You can check his website, damienhirst.com, and he makes millions of dollars with this art piece. It's pretty strange, right?
Uh-huh.
And he has different videos. Please, maybe you can check his piece of arts and you can try to make this at your home, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time, guys. And you can close the cameras. And right now, all the participants, we just wanted to demonstrate how twins can be used and how you can moderate in class with these fun experiments. But if you have any questions related with the usage of twin science and the mobile application Twink, you can ask in here or you can direct your questions to us anytime you want. So Kenan, should we wait for the questions a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I think, so apologize for the delay. We should have opened up for the questions, at 4:45. It got delayed, due to the delay in what we proceeded. So we would like to really open up for questions. If anybody have any questions with regards to, further what you have witnessed in the last 20 minutes of how kids are engaging with the programs, but we'll be open for addressing some of your questions.
So we have our contact information in here, Kenan. Also, maybe I can write your contact information here. If anyone has any question, you can direct those questions to us anytime you want. And we have, as we introduced during the session, we have different conceptual kits and that can be used in classroom, and we can share this presentation with all the participants, and also we can share the curriculums through Canon. If you have any question, you can direct to Canon and me anytime you want. Okay, I think we can close the session up, Kenan, if you want, or we can wait a little bit more.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm Martin. I'm one of the teachers